Now, here's a story about two siblings that grew up with very busy parents. The father, a career diplomat who traveled a lot, and the mother, a senior executive in an oil company who also traveled a lot. Now, all through their growing years as children, they spent a lot of time with nannies and caretakers and different relatives here and there. And in the process, of course, experienced some abuses. Now, that's not even the major point here now. Part of their growing years, as a result of them just having each other, these siblings, a boy and a girl, they grew very, very fond of each other, so attached that it became emotional. Not just emotional, it became physical and sexual. Now, over the years, they've kept this secret between themselves. And the young man is uncomfortable with it because the sister has come in between his relationship with a number of ladies that that he actually liked. And the lady on the sister on her own part has turned down a number of suitors who were interested in marrying her. Now, the parents, being very curious and worried like every normal African parent, have started seeking for help, going for different deliverances and special houses to find out why the children are not settled yet, are not married, despite how good looking, of course, they are. But not knowing that the problem lies with the children. Now, the guy has come out to ask that he needs help because she's been trying to push the sister away and ask the sister to stop what they are practicing, but she's headstrong on sticking to what they share. Now he's asking, what's your advice? What do you advise him to do? Does he end the relationship? Does he tell the parents? Should he do something about it? But that's up to you. Please leave your comment in the comment section on what his next line of action you think should be. I'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Share with Noble, and my name is Valentine Agogo, and I'm here on set with Victoria Chukura. You're welcome, ma'am.
Thank you.
And Chidi Peters. You're welcome, sir.
Very much.
Okay, now you heard my opening story. Let us start with you, Victoria Chukura. Please, what's your take on the experience of these young siblings and the help the young man is asking for?
It shows that they have come of age.
Yeah.
They are matured now. Like when they were just children doing it innocently, feeling that it is normal and all what not. But now that they are matured, especially for the boy, he now sees it that this thing is really wrong, which is very good. Self-realization. He has come to realize that this thing I've been doing with this girl, that is my sister, is wrong. It's very, very good that he came to that point in his life, which is very good. Okay. I commend him.
Okay, so I'll come back to you. Dr. Peters, what's your take on this issue?
Well, Valentine, first of all, it's a lesson for career parents,
okay,
who abandon completely their responsibility in the family, both the man and the woman, traveling everywhere simply because they want to make money, leaving their children in the hands of caregivers who may not be completely related or strangers to take care of our children. This is one of the implications that we have. It's a lesson to the parents. It's a lesson also particularly to the women who are supposed to be at home and ensure they know what the children do. And it's also another lesson for parents to always come closer to their children and know what they do and direct them, and of course make their children friends so that they can relate with them, communicate with them, tell them their needs, and they have solution. This incest that these children embarked upon, it didn't start today. Maybe they started when they were small, thinking it's a normal thing and things like that, but it's a grievous sin. Looking at it from the biblical angle, it's a grievous sin. Looking at it from the traditional angle again, my brother, it's more of a dangerous sin. So in some villages, they are unforgivable sins, particularly when they come of age. The resultant result of such act in the village is to excommunication from the village for life or for a number of years.
Okay.
While in Christendom, you can begin to say, okay, there's remission of sin and repentance and things like that.
Okay.
But at the same time, it's a grievous sin that he has committed. Now, way out. My brother, they have two coins of the same thing. Telling the parents or the father or the mother that this is what has happened. And if the parents are people from some part of this African country, because in abroad we have had where a man locked up his daughter for 21 years, engaged her in their moral activities and medicine, and they give birth to up to 6 children. These are cycles, all right? But this thing cannot. This issue now is not a matter of psychological issue. It's matter of what they grow up knowing. So telling a parent who is grounded in culture or even in Christendom, it will cause heartbreak. And looking at the health of the parents, any of them, it can lead to death because the man knows the consequences. For me, I know the consequences. It's beyond church issue. Church can do their own, but from the that cultural background, traditional background, as the case may be. I'm not talking about somebody says why do this went through the cultural background. We can't throw our cultures away. It's dangerous. So knowing such implication, being conscious of implication can lead to the man's death or the woman's death. The man will take for Adam. So to me, what they should do now, it has happened. The man is the boy who is now looking for way out, should begin as fast as possible to begin to withdraw himself from such acts.
From the girl.
If it means him traveling to anywhere or living anywhere, he should begin from now. But the consequences in the future, repercussion in future, is also what we have to place side by side. In future, it can boomerang. That also calls for where he's also going to look at somebody who is closer to the father or to the mother and confide in them. And maybe they could seek counseling again from marriage counselors or psychologists. What do they call themselves? Counsel people. Psychiatrists, that means they're in chain. Psychologists.
No, psychologists, yes.
So that's the two ways. So it's a dangerous trend, but I must advise him to begin now to redress his steps as fast as possible.
Okay, what's your take? Right now, like Dr. Chief Peters has thrown some deeper light into possible line of actions. He apparently and obviously cares about the sister. Let's not take that away from them.
Mm-hmm.
They've spent so much time together, and they've had experiences that we are not even privy to. All right, they've had experiences. They share a lot of secrets together. Now, that apart, he's looking for a solution or a possible way to handle this situation without getting damages. Without having negative repercussions. So many terrible negative repercussions. So how do you expect him? What's your suggestion now on, because there are other people watching now. There's someone watching out there that could be in the same situation, and this might just be the best advice that the person has been looking out for. So what's your suggestion?
Like I said initially, I really commend the boy for coming to that point that this thing I've been doing since is wrong. No, I have to. So the number one step he should do, like I said off camera, this tactical withdrawal. The first thing to do is to tactically begin to withdraw from the sister, because he should be very careful not to do anything that will cause damages. The parents have worked so hard to bring them up, to train them, to give them the exposure that they need or whatever the foundation, except that they were not there for them. They were just together. They were there for themselves. They never enjoyed what it means to have a parent's warmth when they are down. That's the effect of all these things that we are seeing. So having come to this particular stage of life, the boy should tactically withdraw, because we wouldn't want to take step. I will not advise him to take step that will just boomerang and scatter the whole foundation of the family. No. Tactical withdrawal, like I said before. Either he travels to somewhere, stay for a long time, still communicating, maybe when the mother calls, okay, I'm fine, mommy, I'm fine. You know, where he is, he should try to meet with either a priest and a higher authority that he can talk with. He should do all his findings wherever he is, so that by the time he's equipped with more information on how to go about it, he can now confidently come. Either to come and face the parents and tell them the truth of what happened to them where they were coming up and how their work, both of them, that's both parents now, how their work affected them, that has brought them to this stage. So that the parents, so that they will not, the parents will not feel insulted, or that, you know, in the process they can die. Just to gradually draw out the points to them. Mommy, see, this was what we have been doing because you were not around when we called, you are in one country, daddy, you know, just like that. Tactically begin to tell them step by step. It's not a one day, it's not going to be a one day thing. It's going to be gradual. And in the process too, they consult a psychologist. In short, this girl most likely need a psychiatrist, because she's becoming this idea of, say, this is the man I know.
Yeah.
She has never had a boyfriend. He's the brother that is his boyfriend, as far as she's concerned. And you know, when a woman is in love, when a young girl coming up, there's this kind of infatuation that comes with loving. She doesn't want to hear anything. She doesn't want to, no. In short, the idea of, say, no, let's stop this thing. No, she cannot buy that idea because she's not used to it. So that's for the girl. She need a psychiatrist. So I don't know what they call them. I'm looking for a word. Not psychiatric is too deep. A therapist that will begin to educate her and say, this is your brother. What people have been doing has been wrong. You cannot love your brother. You know, all those kind of tips. Why he is seeking solutions? That therapist should be coming to the house, because it will help her to heal faster as the boy is not around. It will make her own self-realization too will come, as long as she's no longer seeing the boy. So the healing will come. Before the boy will return, she must have leveled up to accept the situation.
All right. So Dr. Peters, what angle? I thought you were trying to say something while she was speaking.
No, I'm talking about beyond that. After everything, whether they are going to meet the Reverend Father of that we're going to whoever they want to meet, they should come back home and do the natural cleansing. That have to do. Cleansing.
But they are at home now. I don't know. No.
That have to do with that community. It's a traditional. What I call tradition, people say, I just like tradition so much.
Okay.
They have to do the cleansing. Cleansing, and the cleansing, they should approach it in a more polite way. If they approach it in a more tactical and systematic, my brother, there's communication in my area.
Okay.
You don't do that. And of course, the parents should also be able to bear 90% of the blame, because they caused them to embark onto this. If they have been around, I don't think they will engage in that. If they have been advised, I don't think they will engage in that. Beyond parents telling their children to go to church, we have our parental responsibility to impact morals on our children. It's the morals we impact on our children is what they'll go out there to practice. Not the one imparted to them by the church. That one is a different ballgame altogether. Because I've seen people who grew up in the church and they go to university, and when they come, they are champion of all kinds of activities. But those ones who come from a home, emulating the mother, emulating the father, emulating the siblings, they know that this is the trademark of this home. They carry such, a trademark outside to display. But whereby the man is a traveler, the man is a mag, the man want to reign supreme over the parent and things like that. Sometimes, it breaks relationship between both of them, where the children can no longer communicate to the parent, and this is what is wrong with us.
In addition to what you have said, sorry to cut in like that, it's so strange that throughout their period of life, working and all, it never crossed their mind to say, these are our children. Let's prepare. I think parents go on holidays. Of course, they are of class. In that their class life, don't they go on holidays?
So to stay together. I've noticed
and hear that something is not.
Particular woman. The woman.
Okay. So they should have noticed.
Women have to go eye. Women have to go eye.
Noticed that
the parents can be concerned about paying of drafts, drinking of beer, chopping of the soup, going outside eating in the evening and going outside, I'm not hungry. But women have ego eye. When you are
The
going
woman will observe
wrongly,
it,
should
that
observe it and be able to
the
pinpoint it
way
and sit
they
down and begin to handle it even before the man know.
Yes.
All
In
right.
short,
All
when
right,
she observes
it's-
it, she will have talked to the girl.
Yes.
Say, come, this one is not your husband, it's your brother. Because we also have girl child who are very close to their daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Their parents will sit like this. You will see the girl child going to rest on the shoulder of the daddy. Big girls, they do it. I've seen that one.
There are.
I've seen that one. That one is not story. I've seen it. In short, the senior daughter of that family, very close to the dad.
Even before the mother of the daddy.
She wants
You know,
the father's
okay, that's-
attention all the time. So
Thank you very much. That's as much as we can take. You know, my panelist here has done their bid. Now it's up to you over there to give your own counsel. What do you think that this young man should do? How should he approach this problem? Definitely there's a problem. All right, should he approach the sister, talk to her about it even more sternly? Should he get the parents involved, like my panelist here has also suggested? Travel out, get therapists, get help, religious, traditional, whatever the case may be. Your opinion really counts. So let me know what you think in the comment section, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to get more prompt updates on Share with Noble contents. Thank you. My name remains Valentine Agogo.